Welcome to this brief introduction to change processes that work for people. So what experience are these change management templates based on? Well, in summary, I have 25 years cross-sector experience with probably over 100 companies as an independent resource to directors and senior management in corporates, small, medium enterprises, owner-managed businesses across a whole variety of business and industry sectors, and including the not-for-profit sector. I also have multidisciplinary functional experience in about 7 or 8 different areas, including program management, organizational change and development, troubleshooting, right through really the whole spectrum to business development. In most, if not all of these situations, the change element has been a significant component. So what's different about these change management templates? These templates are about the real-life practical details of how to survive, manage and lead change. These templates are, as much as anything, for ordinary non-management people, supervisors, middle management, as well as, and of course, organizational leaders. Traditionally, change management books and courses are written from the perspective of someone who has the power and the influence to initiate and implement. And of course, this is correct and important. And the first template in this package is for organizational leaders. But these templates are also for the many people using practitioners' masterclass materials who do not have much or maybe any power or influence. People who, in many cases, have change imposed upon them by senior management who neither understand nor apply change processes that work for people. The templates are much more than simple project-driven checklists. They take what I call an adaptive approach. So what I mean by an adaptive approach is one where change leadership, management at all levels and non-management employees interact with their human environment and modify their behavior in response to that environment. In other words, flexible and adaptable. These templates are designed, therefore, to be easily and readily adapted to new and changing conditions. However, they are still totally compatible with project and program management processes and disciplines. And the reason for this is that they use essentially a program management based change model and methodology. So how will I benefit from these change management templates? Well, imagine that you've commissioned me to meet with you and talk through the key events in the early life cycle of a change initiative in your organization. And this would be from the perspective of your personal level of formal power and influence within your organization. And that can be anything from the one end of the spectrum, an organizational leader, through to the other end of the spectrum, a non-management employee, someone with no power or influence. Now, if you're like most of my clients, you'll be asking me a number of basic questions, things like, but what are the key phases of this initiative that are going to impact me? Based on yours and others' experiences, where's this thing going to most likely stall at each of these phases? Okay, what's the one big thing that I really need to do to get maximum leverage and positive impact at this stage? What questions should I be asking and discussing with my staff, my boss, my colleagues? Okay, at this particular stage then, what's my clearly defined objective? Okay, but realistically, tell me what's most likely to go wrong so I can anticipate it. Can you give me some indicators so that I'll be able to know how I'm doing? I've read and understood the practitioner's masterclass materials, but can you give me specific guidance on what to do and how to apply it? So what is included in these change management templates? Well, for a full listing of all 20 templates, please look at the graphic on screen. The first template is an introduction, and that is followed by the 4 power and influence templates, which each follow the same basic structure. The structure of the 4 power and influence templates is as follows. Firstly, there is a status, which is the key high-level event in the early life cycle of the initiative, and that is specific to the power and influence profile that we're actually looking at. So, for example, with organizational leaders and middle management, there are 6 status points, whereas for first line management and supervisors and non-management employees, there are 3. So, following the status point, we have stalling points. These are factors that, for each of these status points, factors that are usually ignored or unacknowledged and that undermine and significantly increase the likelihood of failure at that particular status point. Thirdly, we have critical action points. The one big thing, a specific action or event that, if instigated at this status point, has major positive leverage on the change initiative. Fourthly, key questions to be addressed by these critical action points to reach the initial objective for this status point. Fifthly, the initial objective. Well, this is the defined successful outcome of the critical action. What is most likely to go wrong? Well, this is the 6th point, and this is all to do with the attitudes and behaviors within yourself, your management, peers, your organization, your colleagues. Anything that will offer resistance and seek to undermine you at this status point. And then finally, quick metrics. These are early informal feedback indicators that suggest how well you are or aren't doing at this particular point. The remaining change process templates are based around the practitioner's masterclass materials, as you expect, include templates on facilitative leadership, the pre-change initiative review and cultural analysis, the EMAT process, series of templates on the program-based change model, templates on managing transitions, dealing with politics, exercising influence without authority, creating shared perspective, dealing with resistance. So actually a comprehensive package covering all areas that are covered in the practitioner's masterclass. The templates are available on a single user license basis via 2 options. Option 1 is straightforward purchase of the full package of the 20 change templates, and that is $77. The second option is the full 20 change management templates plus the practitioner's masterclass and quick guide and 2 bonus reports at $127. Take a look below and see the options for yourself, and once you've used and absorbed and applied the materials yourself, if you wish to extend the scope of this to teams and groups of colleagues, multi-user licenses are available, and again, full details on that below. Is there a refund policy? Yes, there is on single user licenses, and you also of course have the full protection of PayPal and your credit card company. But if you're still a little unsure about any aspect of any of this, or you have any questions, please let me know what your concerns are. Email me and I'll do my best to answer them. Is there any form of after-sales service? Well, yes. You have appropriate direct access to me via the website, my email, landline or mobile phone. In fact, I'm probably one of the most accessible people on the internet. There is a page at the end of the masterclass materials detailing all of the different ways of moving forward. So in summary, yes, you can contact me as long as it's with specific questions relating to masterclass materials and the application of that with regard to a specific change initiative. Thank you for listening to this short presentation. If, having read the rest of the material on this page, you have any queries or questions, feedback, observations, please don't hesitate to get in touch. Finally, it just remains for me to wish you every success with your experience of leading, managing and surviving change.